Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee. Where in today's episode, I'm going to be giving you guys the reason that the Mandalorian Season 2 trailer didn't air yesterday. That's today here on Star Wars Coffee. Greetings, Exalted Ones. Greetings to all you Jedi, Padawans, and younglings out there. This is Star Wars Coffee, covering everything you need to know about the latest developments, news, and leaks in Star Wars, and as always, giving you my analysis. Today we're talking about why the Mandalorian Season 2 trailer didn't air. Because, let's take a note here, it was supposed to air yesterday during the Trailblazers and Lakers games. That's what several communities were talking about, several leaking communities were talking about. That did not end up coming to fruition. And here is my theory as to why. Now, before I continue further, this is essentially conjecture, but it does tend to follow what Disney typically follows in terms of their rule as to whether or not they actually drop new material. Now, Disney is not required to drop anything to us about Season 2 of The Mandalorian, but again, we would like it, as I've been stated before, that this is the most anticipated show in cable and in streaming services. This dramatically beats out any of the competition. And what this also does is, in second place is the Clone Wars, so it does give Disney that really big advantage when it comes to when they want to drop their trailers, because they know we're waiting for it. So, we know that production was done in March. We know that the production on the Season 2 of The Mandalorian was finished in March. Likely post-production has already finished. We know that the show is going to be airing on time. We are only waiting on a score, because we know that the composer has started scoring it about a month ago, and he has up until essentially the release date, because it's Disney's own platform, Disney Plus. They are doing the weekly releases, so we really only has to have Season 2 Episode 1 done for the score. So the trailer would presumably be in the can, given the fact that they don't have to use anything that he scored for it. They can use just a trailer score. So the trailer would presumably be in the can. We would presumably have a couple of teasers. We should have the trailer in the can, given the fact that Star Wars Celebration was supposed to take place next weekend. And they would likely show not only a teaser and a trailer for the show, but also a couple of scenes from it, as they did for Season 1 of The Mandalorian last year before its release. So the excuse we were hearing from the leakers was technical difficulties. Now, I have a hard time believing that a billion-dollar company is going to have technical difficulties when it comes to a trailer that we know production has finished several months ago, that post-production is likely done, that they should have had a trailer in the can and are only waiting on a score to be finished. So my guess as to the reason that this didn't air is poor ratings on whatever platform that they were going to watch it. So perhaps not enough people were watching ESPN last night, not enough people were watching the NBA playoffs. Another reason is people probably just didn't want to stay up late. That could be late to the poor ratings. They decided to air it, what was thought to be aired, during a game that started at 9 o'clock. People like me, who get up in the morning and go to work at 4 or 5 a.m., as I do, did not want to stay up that late. So I made it till halftime, and then since it didn't air at halftime, I called it. DC also beat Disney yesterday to the punch with Ben Affleck news about him coming back to portray Batman in The Flash, as well as the Batman logo news for Matt Reeves' Batman film. Disney and DC constantly like to one-up each other. DC is Warner Brothers, and obviously Star Wars is Disney. And DC is going to have their essentially big convention type of thing this weekend, announcing a ton of DC projects. So it would make sense that Disney did not want to try and jump into that and take over the comic news cycle, in the sense, in the fandom news cycle, when there was so much going on already. They would like to have it settled so that they would be in full focus. That is just my theory. Again, mostly conjecture, but pretty common sense conjecture, given the fact that we know production was done in March, post is done, it's going to air on time, we're only waiting on a score. Trailers would presumably in the can, given the sense that Star Wars Celebration was supposed to be next weekend. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Personally, I do think that the DC news of the day had a significant factor in the reason that it didn't air. I do not buy the technical difficulties. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. May God bless you, and the Force be with you always. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe.
Do it!
And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.